Ahoy! All right.
May hapon.
May hapon.
All right. Kumusta?
Good. Actually, good. We just came back. No, we just came back. I mean, it's been 2 weeks. From our trip to Philippines and Japan to celebrate my Big 4-0.
Ayan.
That was
belated
nice.
happy birthday di ay diha.
Thank you.
Mr. David Fuentes. Gitawag siyang David. Mr. Dave Fuentes, happy 40th. Welcome to the club.
Oh yeah, you were 40 last December.
Last
right?
December. Yes. Welcome to the club. How does it feel?
I don't know if this is cliche or it is truly. I don't know. It feels wonderful to be 40.
40? It does.
I just want to give a couple of shout outs. That trip was unintentionally murag nahimong a week and a half celebration.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so big shout out to Mrs. Fuente, first and foremost, for organizing the Sunday party the day after we arrived. That was really nice. Hawaiian theme. The
awesome.
The family was there, the friends were there. Shout out to matupad ni Munyin ko no. They're now called Dave's Angels.
Wow.
I have
shout out
Munyin.
Angels.
Shout out Munyin, Badit, and Karen for the dessert station.
Nice.
That was really nice. To Joy and Tats for the amazing, beautiful decorations.
Nice.
Really have to give thanks to the
big
guy.
Big ups, top guy.
Big ups, RJ. Dude, the band was amazing.
Really?
They're called
Few
Strings Attached.
Oh, wow.
And guess who the bassist was?
Kinsa ang bassist?
Mr. Coco Kaharian.
Oh!
Hey.
Shout out!
Shout out!
Coco Kaharian, yes. Schoolmate.
They were really
Corpus
good.
Christian, yapon.
Shout out to No Strings Attached. Oh, sorry, No Strings.
Few Strings Attached.
Really, really great songs.
What did they play sa imong birthday? Because I only saw pictures, to be honest. Medyo here and there.
Standard acoustic, love songs, classics, groovy songs.
Love it.
They kind of remind me of Baby on Board days during Sweet Sweets time.
Nice. The early starting era pa na to sa Baby on Board.
But they're way ang gamit pa lang.
Okay.
I mean, nanan sila murag murag siya receiver.
Yeah.
Nanan siya receiver nga murag rack.
Okay.
By the way, guys, forgive me kung kabalo sa aning equipment. Dugay na mo ni wala katukar, so I don't know what this is. But they kind of have that receiver nga murag is controlled by a sort of a mix master guy, a mixing engineer, who would step out of the space, zoom out of the space, and would actually gain stage the instruments para mo bagay siya on whatever environment. Yeah, that was amazing.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. All right, venue LRV.
Shout out LRV.
And who else? Birthday cake was amazing as well by JP Akain, and also Pam Lico. Have you?
Nope.
I think you know Pam Lico.
Maybe is she a girl or a boy?
Girl. She's the photographer. Taga Corpus gyapon.
Younger or older?
Younger. I think batch nilang anits, I think.
That's why wala okay lang niya. Shout out Pam for those amazing pictures. Kung Amego, who's 40 years old.
Yeah.
Happy for you. I can see that you're back in the grind. And mo na insist ko nga mag-podcast because we have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
A lot.
So, yeah, I wouldn't go into the whole family and friends kay murag maabtan tagugma, but Thank you
too
a
many to
lot
mention.
to family and friends who have been there. And it was 1 week, and then on my birthday itself, it was a simple celebration. I just want to point this out, Kimurag. I think we kind of neglect this often. So on the day itself, okay, tugod kay birthday naman ko Sunday.
Right.
So on the birthday itself, we just had a simple family lunch.
Okay.
And the friends, mga cousins ni Shane, who were really close friends of ours, nagsige sila message nga unsa may plano unyang gabi, unsa may plano unsa style. And we were worried, and I was worried kay wala man gid mi nakaandam.
Yeah.
Kay managod ang party.
Yeah.
And we decided, okay, we'll just have, malit na may barbecue sa barbecue station and a couple of drinks.
I love it.
Here and there.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you guys are up for it,
barbecue and beer.
Come, barbecue and beer. And they came.
Oh,
and it was a lovely, lovely warm night, and it was laughter all night. And I think this is one of the things that felt good being in 4O kay murag nakita na bitaw nimo kung kinsa tong mga tao.
Yeah.
Or
I was about to say, yeah, kana ba?
Kana nga circle.
That circle, yeah.
That circle, and you realize looking back, these are the people who have been with you through thick and thin.
Yeah.
No matter what, no matter it's a barbecue or it's a grandiose
Absolutely.
party.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's amazing. I know you guys have or are entering into a new venture.
Oh yeah.
So tell me about it.
Shout out to my one and only wife, si Iman. It's been amazing. I understand that this is not for the faint-hearted. So the venture is actually 2 months old, I would say. But ang planning niya was, it's been a while. Mm-hmm. So we, through the brainchild and through the efforts akong wife, si Cheryl May Iman, she started and founded an events management company. So the name of the company is Unico Productions.
Why the name?
So Unico Productions, Unico stands for United. Mm-hmm. And then ECHO stands for our partner. So we have a partner that's based in Canada. So they are they've done already shows in Canada, and they have found an opportunity to partner with us to bring it to Dubai.
Nice.
So that's why it's Unico.
So kung yung partners Canada, what sort of events do they run?
Their business is with oil and gas. So they have a diverse portfolio. They run concerts. They have done concerts, 2 legs of concerts, and they will continue to do concerts. So sila ang nagdala sa parokya ni Edgar sa Canada, sa Winnipeg.
Nice.
So na sila show karong October 10, I think. And then sila ang magdala sad sa among artist. Medyo secret pa, surprise pa.
Of course.
Ang artist, but don't worry. I think we were groomed to do this from the beginning. Kay Iman was so much into organizing and conceptualizing interior design, exterior design, mo maginayang ampay. And then I'm more of creatives. So the voiceover guy, the video guy, karon nagtuon ako kanang Photoshop. So, i-combine ang power ni B1 ug B2 ni Julio ug Julia. Moto panit.
And so, without going into specifics, because of the NDA, when would be your very first event?
So the very first event, it will be by the end of November.
Okay.
So I am very excited to do it. In fact, naasab ko diri because I wanted to. Although between you and me, nakahuna sa ko nga, kailangan may front act.
All right. So interesting. Okay.
Alams na kaso gitanaw na mo ang tech rider. 15 minutes naman ang gialat sa amo, so dili siya mo sa imong time, kumbaga dili siya mo merit, so ganun dili naman mi mag-limit nga show, ano ba pwede nga magbuhat na naming among kagalingon nga show. Diba? So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Maghisgot
Well,
pa
yeah.
tayo.
I mean, anything I can do to help, and if
Thank
I'm
you.
free and if I have the capacity, why not?
Kaning inani nga mga things natural magani because our circle is very small.
Yeah.
We know exactly what to do. It's good also for the platform. Okay?
Yeah.
I also plan to drop other more not even interview but podcasts like this nga base matong ma-invite pohon si Iman
Yeah,
to
for
tell
sure.
about her story.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Whoa, I mean,
It would be great.
yeah, that's a good story to tell.
The objective really is for the concert to sell out. We will really do a sold out concert and it will be.
All right. Well,
Mag-unsa ganito tong gisgutan nga. Topic.
no. Before we go into the topic,
Wala pa ta sa topic.
wala pa ta sa topic. Let's segue into because we did this on the previous episode. And I think it was also interesting. I want to talk about like the latest buzz that you hear and would like to have your opinion. So things that happened lately. We had FIBA.
Yeah.
That was a big buzz, and we have a lot of interesting mga buzz around blasphemy.
Yeah.
If you've heard about it.
I've heard about the
And mga social media and mga personalities and mga incidents over at social media. Let's start with FIBA because it was really interesting. Okay. I think we landed in Manila right about the time when the tournament was about to begin.
Okay.
In fact,
pa.
kato ganing pag-uli na mo. So the trip was we went to CDO. We landed in CDO in the first week, and then we went to Japan on the second week, and then we had to go back to Manila for our flight to Dubai. Now on that flight back to Dubai, so when we landed in Manila, nagsabay mi ni wala pa yung kaila saya ni Kyle Anderson.
Ni Kyle Anderson.
Slow-mo Kyle.
Unsa siya nga country gani? Si Slow-mo Kyle?
China.
Oh, China.
He was
nationalized.
He was representing
Nationalized,
China.
naturalized.
I think so. And he was on the same flight as us.
Slow-mo gyapon siya makistorya ninyo or sa man ka na?
Wala. I mean, I'm one of those. Okay, we flew business, and he was also obviously he was there with his. I think it was his manager.
Right.
And I'm the type of person magud kung makita na ko siya kapoy or any celebrities.
Of course.
I don't even bother.
You look like an actual person that would respect space.
Exactly. And we were on the lounge sa Manila. We were actually seated our table beside, and he was putting on his hoodie. He was drinking water. He was talking with his manager, and he was
doing his thing.
Yeah, doing his thing, and murag paulay siya, and kakadisturbo siya obviously because of mga waiters gusto mo pa-picture siya. I mean, nothing wrong with that, but personally I just leave the guy alone.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, murag kuan kayo kanang maulaw ko baga murag kapoy kay ka, and you would want to. But going back to FIBA, sayang we lost.
we lost. The term is we lost. In a calamity fashion.
But we won against China, though.
We did.
That was a bit of a surprise for me.
We take the win, but we also took a huge L.
I mean
the entire Gilas team.
And the teams weren't. I mean, the teams who katong nakapildi sa ato pagid were not that strong.
Yeah.
South Sudan, Italy.
They're strong now.
Well, Dominican Republic was strong.
Barangay Pita. Lagunglong.
But the win against China was really surprising.
Yeah, we take a win. We take a win where we take it. But the whole cloud, the dark cloud story was more of what we heard about the coaching and the style of playing. Di na daw kanang nabiyaan na daw ta sa style of play.
That is true, though. If
you
think
think
about
it. Nabiyaan na ta sa ang style of play? Pare-pareha ba ang plays?
I'm no basketball expert, but they're like for example, if I get into, again, not an expert, but if I get into the details of it, like the play was entirely on Jordan Clarkson. It was centered around him.
Right.
When he was fouled out, wala na play. Wala
Okay.
na play mabuhat.
Okay, gotcha.
But then you can see talents like si Dwight Ramos, si Junmar Fardo, si who was that guard Kusugayo? I forgot his name. But there are really good talents individually.
Kanis Abando, diba?
Abando, there you go.
Si Abando.
Abando was really good. Dwight Ramos was a bucket every time. And dili kanang wala lay that's right, wala lang tay sistema that would enhance or that would make these talented players, play together as they are.
Yeah.
And then I could not understand for the life of me. Sorry sa mga fans ni Kai Soto, but the hype around Kai Soto is, I don't know, it's very odd.
Really?
To me. He's really slow. Defense is close to non-existent.
Okay.
Bucket, yeah, here and there.
Yeah, pero he's slow. I mean,
He's
okay.
I mean, he cannot. And yet, niwang pagigay siya. I mean, bigger forwards, even bigger guards.
Bigger, shorter guards,
dili
thicker
siya
guards can push him away. Yeah.
Yeah. What to put?
Yeah.
So, I'm beginning to wonder if this sort of basketball dream of ours as Filipinos, will it ever rise or will it ever progress?
Well, it somehow did. Okay, when back in the day, ang dungog-dungog ang huhungihong was si Johnny Abarientos koon sa NBA. You remember?
Was he a prospect?
He was a prospect. Yeah, there was a scout nga gianhaan siya sa Pilipinas para i-scout back when he was the main point guard sa Alaska Milkman.
Yeah.
Dungog to kayo. Dili lang to siya chika-chika. He was really at a prime prospect.
Well, but Mighty Mouse now is Mighty Mouse. What's his name? Jimmy Alapag.
Oh, si if Angilas, for example, naa sila'y the prime Jimmy Alapag.
Yeah.
Na who can score, who can play, who can orchestrate together with the Blur. Katong nga team, for example, it's like Ali Tenorio, the classic Gilas ba?
Yeah.
I would, at the end of the day, mapil dito sa length, mapil dito sa experience sa Spain, for example, or mapil dito sa Serbia, but we will have a fighting chance. Pero kung kaning mga teams na kapil din na to, kabalo gitang because if it's Jordan Clarkson niya, JC and get out of the way ang play, we know the outcome. Pawa na siya, wala gitay scoring.
So, just adding to your point, right? As you said, mapildita sa length, mapildita sa height. So, don't you think, instead of basketball, don't you think we should focus our efforts on sports that we know we have a higher probability to win?
Yes, of course we do.
Like, not involving height, let's say football.
Yeah.
Or we were good at boxing at some point, maybe boxing or trained boxers, for example. Diba?
Yo, ganahan ka ma-boxer?
I would actually.
You would?
I would because that's part of our, let's say, workout naman ni Shane is boxing every Sunday. In fact, we will have a session. I enjoy it.
Right. You enjoy it? Okay.
I really enjoy boxing.
Maybe I don't enjoy boxing. Maybe I don't enjoy soccer or football. But I do love basketball.
Yun nga.
And I do love it.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, what we are doing as Filipinos is we are translating our dreams and aspirations towards this team.
100% correct.
Kung dili lang ko 5'7", kung 6'7" lang ko, taon na ko. Hagbay na ta. Hagbay na ta nakita sa Pure Foods or sa Alaska.
What is it in basketball now? Was it a heavy influence and American influence, Western influence?
No.
Back in the day?
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Yeah,
the basketball players get all the girls.
Yeah, that's one. That is one. I cannot deny that.
Thank you.
I cannot deny that. Oh.
Did the swimmers get all the girls?
No. Who were the swimmers?
Shout out Ding Tabimina.
I mean, yes, we know those guys.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, because I myself was a varsity swimmer, at high school. I know those guys, but
Kung prisa player ka, do you get all the girls?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Back in the day.
Kung palaro player ka, kana ba player na siya palaro din siya ba? Si number one apart. Kasi pwede na siya ma-text.
Well, regardless though, if you're an athlete. You are a high value individual.
It's the halo effect.
It's a halo effect. Whatever sports you're
basta
in.
Basta mag-jacket lang ka ng corpus. Basta taga ng jacket ni Anhing Sir Del Fierro.
Anyways, going back to basketball. Yes, I mean, but there has to be something more than just attracting the females or being. Yeah. I mean, it's for every athlete, naman. I mean, if you're good looking, if you're the Dwight Ramos and whatever that is, I mean, you'll definitely get the attention.
Of course.
But there has to be something about basketball nga dili maginato na let go.
Ganong ganatag basketball ako in my opinion because tsada sa mga basketball shoes. Ganahan di kag soccer shoes? Mag-soccer shoes ka pa dong eskwelahan?
Those are very, very valid points, by the way. Yes.
Katong bata pa taon sa nga mga sapatos imong ginasuot?
Basketball shoes.
Basketball shoes, my friend.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Sayo ta na condition actually nga.
Yeah.
Basketball shoes, Nike, mahal, gift sa imong papa. So, ito nimo.
Yeah. But for me personally, it's gilas pare. Puso pare.
Puso. Puso. Di puso na. Di na siya puso part. Puso. Puso. We have the heart, but we don't have the height. We don't have the length.
Yeah. I really wish. I mean, for me, still, it'll be really nice. It'll be warm to the heart kung makakita ka, us qualifying for, let's say, semifinals or finals, whatever that is in basketball. If we come to a stage where, let's say, if we get a Steve Kerr or a maski si Eric Spo on our coaching staff, I think we would stand a chance, maybe. But my brain tells me that we should really pay attention to other sports.
We should. It's not too late to not have that mentality na invest na. I think it comes from this is excellent advice that you're giving, and hopefully ma-realize na siya sa katong mga showrunners sa sports
exactly
association. Kaya the government is funding them, whether we like it or not. Ganahan tag basket, but it's more than that. Sports is all about what you're made of. Unsa ang imo? Do you have long arms? Are you a long person? Are you fast?
We're getting athletes recognized, and they're winning athletes that are getting media attention outside. Like we have 2 Filipino tennis players, if I'm not mistaken.
Golf also we have.
We have martial arts na mga athletes. There are a lot of them.
Yeah.
Even the football ladies, kalimot ko unsa to ilang team, but they're winning. If we sort of fund them in a way, even half of how we fund the basketball teams, I think we would, excel in those sports and maybe even gain more recognition for Filipino talent in those sports.
Correct. Yeah. Also, this is also one thing I gusto na visualize nimo. Na naman gitay ASCALs. We have the ASCALs, right?
Yeah.
Asa naman ang ASCALs karon?
Yeah, same question.
Diba?
Yeah, same question.
I would still, think na ang Gilas, tao naman ito wala kadungog about Gilas, but when they play, we support the Gilas. We know it's for basketball.
Yep.
I really think it's a concern of what we like. Preference kitcha. It's really, basketball is a preference.
Whatever brings the crowd. Yeah, whatever. Moving on, social media.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
There's this personality.
Have you been less into social media or
yes.
on it or off it? On it?
No. Less
of it?
Less of it.
Okay.
Very less of it.
Good.
So there is this social media personality. I don't want to name his name because I don't want to give him the platform, but I think everyone knows about him.
Yeah.
Na medyo hilabturon kay siya. And he gives his opinion unadulterated. There are some points which I agree with him. but the manner in which he delivers his opinion, halang kay sa mata.
Time pa. Let me have a wild guess. Mo ba nang itago na to siya sa pangalang Sulid o Lawas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gakaulitan lang nako is everyone knows that gapanghilabot siya, but then the media is giving him airtime.
Cloud chaser.
Yes. And the media is giving him clout, and therefore he's getting clout.
He is getting clout.
And therefore he's making,
getting
something.
attention.
Yeah, getting attention and getting something out of it.
Sure.
And that's why he keeps on, his existence is basically murag untouched.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Until some point, until he must report siya.
But same people who love basketball sa Philippines.
Yeah, it's mass reporting.
See? That's of course. I mean, what's
your take on that? It's a fascinating,
dude.
It's a fascinating social behavior for me.
I know,
sa mga Pinoy.
I know everything about him. Because every afternoon, katong night shift pa ko, makibalita ko sa Energy FM. O kanang gitawag nila nga Dabaklitas nga show.
Huh?
Sige na siya ka-feature sa Dabaklitas.
Okay.
Oo.
Solidog Lawas.
Solidog Lawas. Ang tawag ganin anak nila kasi, Ow! Mara mag-iro. Yung last name.
Yes, that
oh
is
my
true.
God, I know everything about him. They allegedly, hilabtanon siya because he is, apart from cloud chasing, obvious cloud chasing, people are actually contacting him to do the exact thing that he's doing in order to draw attention to both sides.
Oh, that's fascinating.
That's the rumor. That's the alleged
so who's contacting
modus.
him? So people...
Hilabtiko.
No way.
Yeah. So tell me, what will happen if, for example, ikaw ang, you have been irrelevant for a year. You don't have a movie, you don't have a show.
Yeah.
So iduulon ko nimo, Mr. Solidog Lawas.
Yeah.
Kanang ganahan ko nga medyo mo ingay gamay.
No shit. But that makes a lot of sense.
Maong mamas report ka.
No.
Dude. Smart guy.
Yeah. Because obviously he's not a dumb person. You can see it from him.
He makes you think like.
Yes, exactly. He makes you think like he's a dumb person. And obviously the masses, sorry to say, but
they hate him. But they still check him out.
Yes, exactly. And they don't realize that this is all an act.
It's an act.
And whether it's positive or negative. And we have to remember one thing, right? In terms of behavior.
Yeah.
Mas saba kung negative imong clout.
Absolutely.
Mas saba ang mga tao because they want to bash you.
Yes.
They want to make their opinions heard na pangit kag batasan ni nanay ka.
Di ka mayang tao.
But you have a positive clout, only a few will make a say about it.
Exactly.
Diba? So mo magandang wala na realize and obviously maglingo-lingo ko kay dagan ka kaulit sa iya. But look at the engagement on his page.
Smart guy.
Kan kayo mag-comment. Although negative mo kayo mag-comment. Ano mag-comment pa mo kung kakaulit mo?
Exactly.
Diba?
And I think now that he's out of Facebook, he's ready to fly out of Facebook.
He's what?
He's been out. I mean, Gimas report siya karon he doesn't have a platform on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
But dude, he's flown already. He can take interviews. He can take, another platform. There are multiple platforms he can jump right onto nga madaton nga mga negative nga mga people to comment.
Yeah.
Who's gonna join him there, and he can, for God knows, he can get into mainstream.
Yeah,
I think he's going into mainstream when he is ready. He's probably already put his marbles in another bucket.
He's he's going after the Andrew Tate play.
Yes, the Andrew Tate act.
Yeah,
It's
the
gotta
Andrew
be.
Tate play.
That play, if that persona, that play, bad publicity, I think in this generation now is the best publicity.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, you think so?
I cannot agree with you more on that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joe Rogan.
100%.
No?
Diba? And the thing is,
I mean, you're a thinking guy. You're a thinking person. You kind of...
yeah, and that's why I don't want to name him on this platform because
You don't want to give him the opportunity, but of course, yeah.
yeah. But it's fascinating to me, kay. If you think about it, makaingon ka ba on a superficial level, kaingon ko nganong gigahatagan man gini siya og panahon and blah blah blah.
Yes.
But then when you're in the media space, I'm gonna invite him for an interview. I'm gonna antagonize him.
Yeah.
Because my ratings will soar and my viewership will soar.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My most engaged and most
Exactly.
antagonized video, I
Yeah.
would say. Yeah.
Yeah. And everything that's antagonizing is will get the clout.
We'll get the clout, yeah.
Yeah.
Dali lagi kita pa sa puton. Dali lagi kita palaguton. That's just how we are.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's why I brought this up.
We love to antagonize and people and we really like to kanang iyan pa sa akong asawa, hilig ka mag-comment.
Yeah. That's the thing, right? I mean, we really don't have to have an opinion on
Pwede
everything.
na magwala.
Yes, exactly. Pwede na magidwala.
Pwede na magpuyo.
Pwede na wala na ito palabyon, di ba? Kung makita na ito.
Anagid ba nga? Time pa, mo-comment. Pwede naman yung maibutang yung phone. Dili naman ka mo hilabot, di ba?
Exactly.
Mag-podcast ta. Kita mo chat.
Yeah.
But
Pwede
that's
naman,
just not how we roll.
Which brings me to our next segment.
This is it. Okay. Bring it on. Okay, fine.
Which brings me to the next segment because I think this is a good one. So
yeah. Go for it.
So ever since we started traveling again post COVID, and obviously among main destinations so far has been either Philippines or Japan, and kumuli mig Pilipinas, I noticed certain behaviors nga murag wala pa ta ka get over.
Ay. Marag kabalo na ko ana. Okay.
Wala pa ta ka get over.
Okay.
So I wanted to name this segment as Get Over na ta.
Okay.
G-O-N.
G-O-N.
So
Get Over na ta. Okay.
And also, I mean, the topic that we just discussed is one of the things like get over na ta on having an opinion on everything. I mean, pwede raman, if there are things that piss you off in social media, you really don't have to reply immediately or reply at all.
Or respond.
Especially when you get into altercations or arguments when you know that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Or don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's a waste of time.
It is.
And it only antagonizes people. It pisses you off. Taas lang yung BP. And for what?
Yeah.
And for a random argument with a random person online that doesn't even give you anything. It doesn't give food on your table or
Yeah. I agree.
So that's my first get
that's
over
your,
na ta.
Yeah. Ako ang take ana, which is something na change na nako somehow. Not really, but somehow gina-try nako siya at this point is katong pag-ari nila ni Mama diri sa Dubai, sila ni Mao, Mark Chan. Before that, makipag-away kog taxi driver.
Why?
I cannot help it.
Why? That's so random.
I know. Let me explain. I'm the type of person nga, I'm cerebral. I don't know how to explain things. Because I always think that basta makasabot ra ka na, you think like me, you understand this, you'll get it right away.
Yeah.
But not everyone gets it right away.
Yeah, of course.
So makikaway ko. Ganang inani man tanganon abot nito dire. So, ang ending, mangaway ko og taxi
Mangaway ka.
driver. My wife has noticed it. Si Iman, sige na mangaway mo. Kaya masuko mo kag taxi driver. Taxi driver, ganun na sila for a reason. I mean, you don't see them as kanang, na scientist sila or kanina sila. I mean, please, stop doing that. It's not only annoying, but wala kay value makuha from that. So, I promised myself, pag naadili akong family, I will stop doing it. And I did. I did stop doing it. I figured out that if I start fighting with them and instead help them, like for example, they got lost, give them driving directions.
Yep.
Suko ko, but dili ko, at the end, kung naabot nami, ayaw ko man manuko. Naabot nami, ha?
Dude, that's interesting. You're one of the most patient and intelligent people I know. Dili ko ma-imagine.
Dude.
Mangaway ko
Ask
taxi
Iman,
driver.
mangaway ko. Get over na ko sa pagpangaway o taxi drivers. And I guess it's the same. Circling back sa imong ingon nga dili dapat mo give og attention or pasagdan na lang nato na we let things be, is because it doesn't bring food into the table. It doesn't make you lose weight.
No, another.
It doesn't. Why are you laughing?
Another thing.
Habibi?
No, another thing is think about being in their shoes. They have 20, 16-hour, 18-hour shifts and kapoy po na sila.
Absolutely.
And they have a difficult, day-to-day lives where not only do they, encounter people like you nga kapag-away o taxi driver.
Kana pa di ako hunahunaon di ay ang ilahang 18 hours. Ila mo kong giabot og merdef. Sala din ako na akong balay na sa Discovery. Naabot kong merdef. Di ba? My friend, why are we far? I don't know. The map, look at the map. It's
Oh my.
Shuhada.
Habibi.
I will not pay.
Dude, that's...
Kung dili ka mabayad, ihatod mo ka na sa pulis.
Grabe, bago ka na.
Dude, I'm telling you, as a person who has owned his car from probably day 1 or day 10 nga nata sa Dubai, you would never be able to relate. So there's no place for you and space na mag-get over ka ani. But
No.
I've
had incidents with taxi
mag-strong
drivers.
jud ko. Even, siguro dili ko mag-strong sa kanang mga limo because medyo, okay ni siya, guwapa. Marag plastar ko. But, si Iman we had just had a recent run-in about that. So, one thing also that I've learned is kung para dili ko masuko, I let somebody else do do the talking. Or kung suko ming duha, siya na lang ang masuko. So, I know it's funny. But
are you like this with other service people?
Yeah. Curiously, just taxi drivers.
This is a big revelation
So
for
random.
everybody.
Just curiously, some taxi drivers.
So you're not not like this on waiters.
No. Never with waiters.
Yeah.
Never with waiters because I know how hard it is to wait. And
sure.
it's definitely food. I am a food professional myself. I know exactly. How hard they work. But when you're sitting and when your only job is to drive people around properly and you can't even do your job well, I will have a beef with you. My friend, why are we in Merdef?
Samuka kaya.
Merdef is somewhere downtown and I live somewhere uptown. Kana lang.
Is Merdef illegal to Cagayan?
No, it's
it's too far. No?
Marag inani. Ihatod kog makasandig, ihatod ko sa bulwa.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's a perfect analogy.
Na wala kabalo ka nga taga makasandig ko. Pero you decided today to choose violence, ihatod gid ko sa bulwa.
Oh my God.
Niabot na sa point nga kanang ingon ako nga I will not pay, no. And ninaog gid siya. Ninaog na sad me na we had this verbal altercation. Nakagwapo kay it's up until verbal altercation pero naamo ko yung mga drivers who come from a certain country or a certain place nga they're known to be quite strong and aggressive.
Yeah.
And si Iman maghulat na ng jug ka nga dunggabon ka. You know, passive-aggressive talk, right? Kaya itong misis is, God bless her, she knows how to get to me.
Yeah.
And so, okay. Yeah, I get you. And si mama, ningon siya nga, nak, nga na masuko man ka, nak.
Exactly my point.
Nga, ma-high blood raman ka niya. Basing, ma-stroke ka diya, mamatay ka diya, duawon sa imong driver. Maabot raman tanak, dugay lang ta, maabot. Pero maabot ta.
Tama.
Lagi man, no? After ato, wala nang jig ko. Wala nang jig ko nangaway. Katong Murdiff nga situation was probably, that was the last one.
Yeah.
Get over na ta.
I think also another thing na obserbahan gyapon sa Pilipinas is get over na pud ta pagpangaway og service professionals.
Napabada gyapon.
Napag-yapon.
Ano ba?
Especially when people naka-comment ko ani to my wife Shane. We were in the lounge in Manila.
Okay. By Nihan Lounge or something like that. Or basta lounge.
Business. It was a Philippine Airlines business class lounge.
Okay. Mabuhay Lounge.
Mabuhay Lounge.
Gotcha.
And niyabot ning these are like the rich titos and titas nga mga maporomabitaw who are traveling to the US. We're actually going to Taiwan kasi hindi umuulan doon. These types, right?
Disconnected with the yeah.
And
gotcha.
they came around and they were like, bakit ganito? Bakit walang table? Parang kunin mo yun, please.
Oh gosh.
Kunin mo yun, tapos let's join the tables and please clean the tables. Yung I mean, I don't know. I don't want to judge, but look, we're dealing with like not only the waiters, the bellboys, or any people who work in the service industry, and that's a pet peeve of mine because most of the time, ang mga tao they look at them like one level below, two levels below than who they are.
Yeah.
These are individuals who make a living just like you are, just like most of us.
Just like me and you.
Just like me and you.
Exactly.
And lainan ko, nakaingon ko ng Shane nga, inani ba mga dato sa Pilipinas? It sounds like murag arrogante ra kayo as compared to other rich individuals. Like for example, we've been here for more than a decade, but I rarely see like mga sapian who would be really rude.
Let me rephrase what you just said. 10 years naman sadming sapian dito sa UAE.
No, we're never. I would never consider myself a sapian.
Dili tamag. Let's say 10 years naman sadming komportable.
I'd never consider.
Never. You never settle. I know you would never you would never brag about what you have achieved, but I would say
no, not really. I mean the fact that kapag empleo pa ta, and the fact that I'm still working for a company, that I am a salary man.
Mm-hmm. Like you and I.
Yeah, like you and I. Yes, exactly. Then I would see I would respect and I would treat anyone who works as a salary man the same way.
Absolutely.
You just have a different job. I have a different job. That's it.
We have different roles and different functions.
Yeah. Mga sapi. I mean, akong term, akong pirmiging nun sa akong sabi is there are levels to this. Like there are levels.
Yeah. There are levels.
There are sapian. There are super sapian. There are mega sapian and mga sapian. There are levels to this.
These are the people nga last name na lang imo itawag nila.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get over
na taana nila.
Get over na ta. Let's treat them nicely, yes, as much as possible.
Kabalo ka unsa na siya what it all boils down to? GMRC mo guna ba?
Yes, that's true. GMRC gina.
GMRC.
Yeah. All right.
Kita mo sa usapian nga sad, kalma lang.
I know.
Mopay mo trapo.
I know a lot of
I used to work for a boss nga mopay mo sa table.
Yeah. Exactly. I know a lot of people who are, again, they don't see themselves as they don't equate their identity to their wealth. I think that's
exactly
that's the thing.
Their wealth is not everything to their to their character. It doesn't really it's a byproduct or result of what they've done.
All right.
Nakaget over na ko.
Get over na tana. a couple of get over na ta which are petty in my
the pettier the better.
The pettier the better kay katawanan. Get over na ta magtambay sa coffee shops kung wala tag inom magkape. Please. People. Seriously. Kapila na may mo adto SM sa panang mall sa Cagayan. SM Ayala.
Sure.
Mga pi unta mi kay gusto mo yung mga pi. It's like I want to go to a coffee shop kay gusto ko mga pi. That's it. Mabot kas kapihan whether it be Bose or Starbucks or whatever that is. Dagan ki empty na. 5 ka tao murag 2 ka buk tasa or takeaway cups or usaw na lang magali 1:5. Wala na sulod. Bay yung taga-storya mo, it's malipay na nagani yung kung mag-storya sila tanan. Tuwa pag sa cellphone ga atubang 5 ka buok.
Goodness.
And like, so haman ta padulong ani. Yeah, bitaw. That's a pet. So get over na ta, please. If you're done with your coffee, it's okay to, have a chit-chat. Pero kung dili man galing mo mag-storya, please let other customers sit. I would enjoy their drink.
I would be in the same position as you probably, sure, kung magtinanawa lang siguro. If we were the ones ka magkape ana, and we wanted to have a seat, and then wala tayo seat, we would have probably commented nga grabe sab kani. I mean, I would have felt the same thing. But you know what? This manggod na behavior, dito man ako niibutang ang burden manggod sa tag-iyaan nga coffee shop.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I will.
That's true.
Because you have every way to control this from happening.
To be fair,
you have deterrents.
Yes.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Pwede man ka like what we do in the salons, kung if we feel like the staff or the therapist or technician is taking way too long time, ang manager would come in and would start fiddling with their equipment, start cleaning, starting giving a hint.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens all the time when we eat here, either semi-formal dining. If they think that you're about done with your meal and you want you to go forward with dessert, they don't ask you right away. They start taking away some of your tasa, some of your cubiertos, and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, be subtle at least. But di man na sila mahawa until...
And it's also being...
Free internet.
Night
free Wi-Fi.
term, anong, kada bitang being aware of others as well.
Reading the room?
No. There's a...
Social grace?
There's a term for it. I forgot. Basta, kanang sensitive lang ka ba nga, when you're in an establishment, you're sensitive nga na ubang tao nga gusto mong lingkod. Ano bitaw? And mag-compare I mean, again, it's bad to compare, but for example, in Japan, rarely do I see people quote unquote katambay. Especially, for example, in sushi places in Raminan, immediately right after, maman hatag sa plato, inom tubig, kuha og bill, hawa.
Okay.
It's like you can see that. It's very efficient. You don't need to remind or you don't need sa tudagan gikaya. So, ayaw mag-get over. It's sorry, it's very petty, but nag-suffer ko na.
Dude, it's gonna help coffee shops if they implement the deterrents. It's gonna increase their revenue and hopefully increase their profits. Mara na kumano.
All right. I wanted to also do a get over na ta social media edition.
Okay.
Because this is fun.
Okay. Sige, go for it.
All right. Get over na ta anang manghilab. Well, we've already talked about this. Manghilabot sa social media. Kay dagan kita Kayla. Remember itong remember itong election.
Makipag-away sa mga kaila.
Dude.
Puniti naman yun.
No. Kay wakikita kay wag sinumbagay na wag subol.
Padung naman itong sumbagay part.
Dude, what?
Na time pa. Nibasa ka sa mga post.
Huh?
Gisundan ni mo ang mga post.
Ay, of course. Of course. Oh, sundan.
Ito juicy good.
Oh, juicy.
Padung nagutog puniti, di ba?
Padulong nagad. Oh.
Sumbagay na gito padulong.
Sumbagay na gito padulong.
Pero kano man, unsa man ganun di magita ka get over anang makig-away gito especially sa kanang election time. Unsa maasam na gikan nga fury.
And this is also one thing that I wanted to also is get over na ta. It's like there this we have a habit of, again, going back to attaching identity or attaching your intelligence to certain things.
Yes.
For example, if you don't have fluent English, if you don't speak fluent English, dili ka inana ka bright. Get over na ta ana. It's not true.
It's not true at all.
It's not true at all.
Absolutely.
There are people, if you work in a multinational company, if you've traveled abroad, there are people who have difficulty speaking English because English is their second language, magkapakapa sila, but they are super, super smart people.
Absolutely.
It's just that English is not their first language, just as Filipinos, English is not the first language. So get over na ta na. Another thing, get over na ta sa kadabitang igno nato nga kung pro ka inani bugok ka.
What's that?
Kung pro something or kung anti something ka, bugok ka. Yes. Kung kini siya nga presidente or kandidato ay magibutar, wakay kuan kanang okay place in society or dili mao imong choice.
Pulpul ka.
Pulpul ka. Who are you to say? Yeah, bitaw. Who are you to say kung mo niyang gipili?
Tinood.
Who are you to judge that the level of intelligence of that person is associated supposedly sa imong own political agenda lang? No, it's not. Get over na ta. It's very, I don't know. That's also an interesting one. Nganong makigaway kita.
It's a function of just, as you mentioned at the early stages of the podcast, it's just because this is really so democratic.
Yeah.
I mean, too many chefs cooking soup spoils the broth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not only nga hilig ta manghilabot, hilig lang kita naay ika-comment. Kaya para nalang actually, kanang gusto raman jud ko mo comment kaya para nalang jud ko maambag.
Yeah.
I think it's just a sense of belongingness. I guess it's just misplaced.
Get over na ta on arguing based on emotions. Let's argue on facts.
Say that to the people on Twitter.
I know it's easier. I know it's easier said than done, pero whenever we do debate, let's base it on facts. Present facts. And do not kanang murag dili ta manginsulto og mga tao kung if they have facts on their own, if they have checked those facts, especially kung makapresent sila og mga factual evidence, studies, numbers. Let's debate on those. Let's discuss. Dili kay inani ka bugok ka sumbagay kita tagkuan.
No. Kumbaga, no ad hominem.
Yes, exactly. But I think that's really difficult.
Dude, can't push that at all. I mean, there's no fun at all if you.
Well, yeah, that's true. Where's the fun in that?
Fun in that. I mean.
But I think it somehow it would elevate us to, in a way, kaysa Linlen Sabaw or Marcos Dictador. Well, yeah, that's true. Mga inana or Dutae or
Duterte Verdugo
or things like that. I mean, it's
Dutae.
Yes.
There was a Dutertards.
Yes, that's
the name
one.
calling.
The name calling doesn't really help.
Yeah. What's the name? Len Sabaw. Yeah,
Len Sabaw.
God.
When will we reach to a point where, okay, this is my candidate because he or she supports, let's say, supports OFWs and making them easier in their, let's say, coming home, or let's support education on this particular matter, or healthcare, let's say for the masses, while the other candidate is more into, let's say they fund low cost housing as opposed to education.
Yes.
Nanaunta ba? Comparison bitaw. There are some. We're getting there, pero
yeah.
Again, I think you're right. It's more fun just character assassinating or name calling people.
And there is a lot. There's a lot of fun in makipuniti ka outside rather than, and nakakahappen sa is, mauwaw na lang sa mga, I mean, admittingly, you and I are smart people. I would say, at a certain level. There's a lot of smart shaming said. You know, a lot of smart shaming.
Sana sa akong points here is get over na to on smart shaming people.
Yeah.
Ikaw na magaling.
I did somehow did a bit of a kumbaga, I was trying to be sarcastic today, you know, and nahiman na nun siyang lalis pa. I was trying to be sarcastic. I didn't realize not everyone understands or can get sarcasm. There is a place and time for it. So, you know, calling someone, hey, Miss Perfect, or calling someone, hey, of course, kay perfect bang ka. If you put it out of context, you will really, you know, hands will fly again. You know, you will really get hands. Okay, not everyone has the same level. Magod nga, gitawag ko yung perfect. Nga na day, ginatry ko na mag-insulto. Even if you were trying to be just in the context of the sarcasm pa. But, you know, it's just really because not everyone gets it. You know, the kind of humor, the kind of levity.
Working in a tech company has really influenced me a lot in terms of that. Okay, there's a lot of debate that's happening because let's say we're debating, let's say, a product to roll out to the public.
Okay.
And present good arguments or present good data. There's a lot of debate happening, and I often see, and I've implemented it myself, where I say, so and so, this is my point, blah, blah, blah. And later on, 20 minutes after the argument, after hearing all other people, I would say, I'm sorry, I take that back. You have a point. I realize that that's a stronger argument. I take that back. However, I still stick to my opinion that this will happen if ever we do that. That's my opinion. It's up to you on how to use it. And naanad kay ko ana. And it's been years since inana. And the people who I encounter in my meetings are either all the way from CEOs to managing directors, all the way to junior analysts, all the way to associates who just joined the company. And I was trained, or I was influenced by the fact that all of these levels of people, even though if you join on day one up to the CEO who has been there in 10 years, each one of these people will have sort of a view, and you have to be open about it because they have a view which you haven't had, heard of, or you haven't learned before. So hearing those views inform you as well. Complete ba? Wala kay blind spots, and you learn about it.
Exactly.
And naanad mo kay ko ana magod. So mo nang kung kita ko social media inana, and murag ang mga exchanges are either petty or very insulting or very non-factual based. Maka-irk kay ba murag dili unta inani, no, but again, it's I'm just very blessed to be in an environment which
you are,
kanang encourages healthy arguments and healthy debates. Right now,
I mean, you are in the tech industry, you're in a very progressive tech sphere that encourages this tapunan of arguments to improve an idea that will improve a product.
100%, my friend. I think that's the key word there, is those arguments lead to improving something. And if we have that, imagine if we have that,
and the acceptance of that.
And the acceptance of that.
That can exist healthily.
Yeah, healthily. And mayon ka nga, agree ko sa imong point. Actually, and I think sayop to akong giingon. Agree ko sa imong point. However, I stand on. I stand on point C and D. I still believe in these points. It's up to you on how you take that. But these are my points, and muna siya akong murag ambag on this.
So
discussion.
they can take on a combination of those ideas. But I guess there's no fun in that.
Exactly.
Ang ganda po ng laban, mga idol.
Here's one last game. Tas na ta.
I love it, man. I can go on and on. I don't care if napakinapulo niya. I don't really mind.
There's one more, which is close.
Well done. This is a really good segment. Yeah.
This next thing is very close to our hearts. Get over na ta on gatekeeping art.
Oh.
What do I mean by that? Kung gapaminaw ka Grens Verano, wakay lami.
Ang lalim.
Let's not gatekeep art.
Kapag ang puso. Lagi, no? Baduy ka.
Baduy, exactly. Yes, this
Baduy
is the
good
term.
nimo.
Uy, kapaminaw kag dayang-dayang.
Kabaduy good nimo.
Kapaminaw ra ba na siya dayang-dayang? Mo na yung paborito. I'm guilty of this back when we were even a few years ago, and it was only just lately a few years ago na realized na ko nga art is not supposed to be gatekeep because art is an expression. And
Great.
think of it as mo na iyang taste. It's his taste, it's his preference. Yeah. That's not my preference. But it's his, and that's okay. That's okay. and guilty getting. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm very guilty about this because we make fun of Tito Mike here always for playing previously jingles and pop songs.
Of course.
But they were actually really fun to play them back in the day.
Of course.
Same thing. Not only for music, actually for movies. If someone's into, let's say, slapstick Filipino comedy, the Vic Sotos and the Vice Gandos, let them be. It's their preference. It's their entertainment.
Yeah, that's their cup of tea.
That's their cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's like, I like Itbulaga, but my dad swears by Showtime. I don't get it, but it's his preference. And it's art. It's entertainment. It's art. It should not be gatekept.
Sure. At the end of the
gatekept.
It should not be gatekept. And at the end of the day, you've decided just to buy yourselves 2 TVs instead of 1. You let your dad be, and then he lets you be.
Let him be, and so let's not associate.
Guilty sa
again. Again, let's not associate the identity of a person to the choice of music, choice of art that he prefers.
Yeah.
I've encountered among data science director for algorithms.
Oh, okay.
He's into goth rock.
Oh, okay.
It's like I never saw that coming. Nagigiwa ko ng electric, and he loves to play the guitar.
Wow. Okay.
I have our CEO before in the Bizzo was into, I think, Scottish rap.
What?
So odd.
So random.
One of the I think he was an MD, I think.
Okay.
And I was playing. I was asked to play music for one of our boat parties, and I went for the defected.
Of course. That's set. Yeah.
And that set, and he was like, "What's that music? I don't like that music." I was taken aback. I was like, I curated this music just because most of them were British. Siyempre, the house music,
Scottish rap,
the UK house music. So what would you play?
Yeah, of course. You read the room. And you played the set.
Played the set, and he was like, "Yeah, can you play this?" I was like, "What's this shit?" but again, looking back, realized I shouldn't have said that because that's his preference.
That's his preference. Yeah.
That's his preference.
Yeah.
And same thing, kanang mukanchaw ko, what's his name of the rapper? I call him Scholastica. Si Skustaliba.
Si ingon pa Skostascli.
Skostascli.
Skostascli?
Yeah, yeah.
I
whatever.
saw perform once. Yeah, Skasta.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
And sa una manganchaw ko, ganong kan makikapamina ni kabaduy bagi ka. And then later on, when I heard of it, it's like, okay, now I get it.
Now you get it. Yeah.
Now I get why people like.
Now you hear the appeal.
And again, it should not be gatekept.
Yeah.
It's people's preference. There's a reason why people are listening to this particular artist. Millions and millions of them. It's just not my cup of tea.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
it.
You can't gatekeep art.
Yeah, you cannot gatekeep art. And
100% agree.
Usa sana sa mga arguments on social media, don't bash people for what they're listening or what they're into.
Yeah.
You have your own preference. Just let them be.
Yeah. Don't smart shame. Don't dumb shame. Yeah. Don't fat shame.
Our lives will be a lot easier.
Yes. Everyone will be a lot happier.
A lot happier.
Yes.
Dili mang taas atong mga BP.
Dili na makagkatay mag-away-away yung taxi drivers. Like some people out there.
Like enjoy the art that you're into. Just that.
Yeah, exactly.
let other people enjoy.
Yeah. Speaking of that, let's segue into some of the things now that you're on your big 4-0, your days after that. What are some of the things that you are thankful for?
That's easy. I'm thankful for the people around. I think before my birthday, I was so grabe, and Shane would attest to this. I was working almost 24/7, and even during the weekends. I was so engulfed in the idea that I wanted to progress technically. I wanted to hopefully get that promotion at the end of the year. And then towards half of this year, nakaingon ko, fuck it. Yeah.
So much into deep work?
Yeah.
Midway into the year? Okay.
Yeah, midway into the year. I even told my manager, I was like, hey, manager, I don't give a shit if I get promoted or not this year. I just want to get to a comfortable state of my work where I enjoy and I learn constantly, and that's it. Put me on projects where I can learn technically, and that's it for me. If you want me to mentor a junior, give me 2 juniors that can help me out with the scope, and that's it.
Perfect.
If you promote me into a manager this year, well and good. If not, I don't give a shit. I wanted to enjoy. I wanted to have, and ever since then, it has been wonderful. Excited na kayo on my weekends. I brought out my guitar gear. I wanted to learn guitar again.
Nice.
But going back to your question, I'm just thankful for the people around me. When I let go of my sort of lens, katong grabbing a focus at work, when I let go, I saw the people and realized that these are the people who matter. You know what I mean? And after that birthday, after that 2-week celebration, I'll make an effort to be with the people who matter the most.
Absolutely.
This including yourself. I reach out to XPAP as well.
Thanks.
Although I asked for advice, career advice from him, but it was an effort for me. Gusto ko, I'll get in touch with you guys regularly, and not only you, with my family back home, my friends back home. Mm-hmm. Like I wanted to have more of these, more of those moments, and less of the grind. We're 40, man. We're halfway through. We should enjoy.
Yeah.
As much as we can, and you should, well, not should, but it would be great if you know what makes you happy. And for me, what makes me happy is the banter. Again, katong di na ko tumalimtan tong on the birthday itself where we only had barbecue and drinks. Literally barbecue rigid. And people came, had a great time. We had laughter all the way from 7 p.m. to 11 or 12 p.m. in the 12 a.m. in the morning. And yeah, it was fun. It was warm. So that's what I'm thankful for. That's what I'm looking forward to. How about yourself?
Wala nagkalayo sa imo ha. It's always I'm at state right now we're in. This year, I was given a chance to reunite with family. Grabe yung kathankful ato. I could not be.
That was nice seeing your mom as well. After
I haven't seen her for a while. I miss her to death. I miss her so much. I miss my brother, si Maurice. They are, they had a time of their life their time of their lives when they were here. I'm so happy because it opened up their eyes that, this kind of life exists, Being an OFW, they have an OFW in their family. They have 2 now. Kaya naman ako mangod din, si Mark. I live for them. I work for them. The grind is there because of them. And of course, family includes akong wife. And it could have been made possible if wala sa akong wife my instances. So I'm so grateful for that. Okay, at this age, you're absolutely right. We should be really picking out the things that matter.
Yep.
The friends that you choose. Ito nagka-time ta nagkagawas ta.
Yeah.
We had lunch. You treated us over at lunch, which was beautiful. And then I'm thankful for opportunities because, dude, you will not believe how much gi-guide bitota ni Lord nga. This is the reason why we were doing these before. Okay, it kind of mo din siya ang big picture. This is here it is.
Yeah, that's true.
Now it's a little easier because I know how to do some things that you taught me a few things, which is great. And then apart from opportunities is second chances. Of course, second chances.
Yeah.
When it comes around, you can't miss that ride again. You can't. You don't mess with your destiny. If it is for you, it's gonna come easy.
Yeah.
You can't force things.
That's right.
I'm really thankful for those.
And I think that takes a lot of life experience. For example, karon, thankfully, I've been getting messages for offers to interview in some other companies, and masay kakahadlok pa ko, and on the thought of transitioning again to another company if ever the opportunity is right. But then when I look back and I tell myself, gipasagdan mo ka sa Ginoo ever since?
Never.
Every opportunity, every move that I made was always a better one. Always a better one. Why should the future be different?
Should be any different. Absolutely. Yeah.
So yeah, and that makes things easier. And it's you just have to trust the process, trust the big man up there.
Absolutely.
To help you and guide you in making the decisions. And you control what you control.
Absolutely.
And you work on what you can control.
Get over na to sa mga kahadlok.
Easier said than done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big wide world with a lot of people na dali la kaita, and a lot of instances wherein somehow I think you and me will agree on this na siguro nagka-trust issues na ta, with many things.
Yeah, 100%. So that's life.
That's life.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. That's life. You control the things you can and you let the other things be.
Yeah. And with that,
it's a wrap. That's it.
This is episode 18 of Foodhaus. For everyone who's listening, do let us know what your get over nata items you have. Please do
comment, share.
Comment, share.
Sa mga na-shoutout din na mo ng mga friends and family, we love you.
Love you.
Of course.
Yeah. And this has been your host, Dave Fuentes.
And this is Mike Rodriguez.
Episode 18. We'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao.